Hold on just a minute, right where you're at. Don't scroll past this moment. Don't let your finger swipe away from the words I'm fixing to speak over your life tonight. I know you almost didn't click on this. I know there was a little voice inside whispering that this was just another video, just another voice, just another promise that'd leave you feeling empty. But I need you to hear me clear as day. This ain't no accident. Out of millions of folks scrolling through their screens right now, you're here. Your eyes are reading these words right this very second, because I arranged this meeting long before you even opened your eyes this morning. I am the Lord your God, and I sent my warrior, my Archangel Michael, to stand guard on the edge of your night and get ready something you've been begging me for. Healing. Not the kind of healing the world offers with its quick fixes and shallow cures. So I'm talking about a healing that reaches down deep into the marrow of your bones, into the tissue that's been sore, into the blood that ain't flowed right like I made it to, into the organ that's been fighting in silence while you smiled for everyone else. Tonight I ain't asking you to do nothing extraordinary, just a few minutes of your attention, your trust and your stillness. Can you give me that? Can you sit right there and let me do what only I can do? 'Cause what's about to happen in your body from now till you wake up tomorrow morning will make you see that every second you spent here was worth it. Michael's already standing by your side. You might not see him, but your spirit knows. That sudden chill you just felt, that weren't the air. That was heaven's presence entering the room where you sit. I know what you've been carrying inside your body. I know about the pain you stopped talking about 'cause you got tired of folks not understanding. I know about the nights you lay in bed feeling something wrong, something deep down you couldn't quite name, but it stole your peace and made you scared. You searched for answers, went to appointments, sat in waiting rooms with your heart pounding, hoping someone would finally tell you it'd be all right. And sometimes they did, but the pain didn't leave. Sometimes they gave you a name for it, a diagnosis that echoed in your mind at 3 a.m. when the house was quiet, and you were alone with your thoughts. I saw you in those times. I saw the tears you cried in the shower where no one could hear. I saw you press your hand to your chest, wondering if your body was giving up on you. I saw you smile the next morning like nothing happened 'cause you didn't want to be a burden. But you were never a burden to me. Your pain was never invisible to me. Every ache that traveled through your body registered in my heart like a prayer, even when you didn't have words to pray. I've been gathering every groan, every whisper, every silent plea that slipped from your lips when you thought no one was listening. And tonight I'm answering all of them at once, not one by one, all at once. 'Cause you've waited long enough, and I refuse to let you spend another night wondering if I forgot about you. I didn't forget you. Could never forget you. Your name's carved into the palm of my hand, and your body is my temple, and I won't let my temple fall to ruin. There's something you gotta understand before the healing goes deeper. You were chosen. Long before your mama felt you move in her womb, I'd already spoken your name in heaven's courts. I looked across the stretch of time and saw this very night, this very moment, this very breath you're taking right now, and I said, this one is mine. Michael heard it. The angels recorded it. Your name was written in a book darkness can't open or read. And from that moment, a mark was placed on your life. Not a mark of suffering, though suffering came. A mark of destiny. A mark that told every dark power out there you were set apart for something that'd make hell itself uneasy. You didn't end up in pain by chance. You ended up in pain 'cause the enemy saw what I put inside you before you even saw it yourself. He saw the calling. He saw the anointing. He saw the future I made for you, and he panicked. So he went after your body, went after your health, 'cause he knew if he kept you focused on just getting by, you'd never step into your purpose. If he could keep you exhausted, medicated, anxious, and scared, you'd never rise up to be the force I created you to be. But here's what he didn't count on. He didn't count on tonight. He didn't count on Michael. The war over your body ain't no physical war. It's a spiritual one, and it's been going on since the day you were born. Every unexplained symptom, every diagnosis that made no sense for someone your age, every time your body acted in ways that confused even the docs, there was a spiritual root underneath it. Now, I ain't saying medicine is wrong. I gave folks wisdom to heal, and I honor those hands that practice it. But there's layers of affliction no instrument can find and no prescription can touch. Chains wrapped around organs in a dimension your doctors can't see. Words spoken over your family line generations ago, still echoing in your cells today. Curses you never chose, deals you never made, battles you inherited from ancestors who didn't know how to fight 'em. And tonight, Michael stands in the gap with a sword of fire, ready to cut every last one of those chains. He ain't here to bargain or watch. He's here 'cause I commanded him, and when I command, heaven don't hesitate. Right now as you sit there, Michael's moving through the spiritual air round your body. He's cutting ties that drained your strength for years, burning deals made in darkness over your kin, sealing entry points the enemy used to dump sickness, weariness, and decay into your frame. You might feel warmth in your hands or feet, might feel a tingle where you've had pain for a long time, might feel a wave of emotion rising in your chest. Don't fight it. That's the healing moving. That's my power doing what I promised to do. Now I gotta pause here because there's something important I want you to know. What's happening right now in your life, this fight over your health, this battle that's left you drained, it ain't random. It's strategic. And the reason so many folks never break free from physical pain is because no one ever taught them the rules of the invisible war waged against their body. That's why the digital book, The 7 Swords of St. Michael the Archangel, exists. This sacred guide was written to reveal what's been hidden from you, the specific spiritual weapons Michael himself uses to cut curses, seal blessings over your health and home, and wake up the calling that's been asleep inside you because sickness kept you too weak to chase it. The link to get this digital book is at the top of the comments, the first pinned one. This ain't info the enemy wants you to have. There have been tries to silence this because it exposes the very tricks darkness uses to keep chosen folks like you trapped in their bodies. Download it now as an act of faith, and leave a comment saying, "I am chosen and I will download the digital book." Let that declaration be the first sword you swing tonight. And as you make that choice, as you take that step, I want you to feel what's shifting in the air right now. Now listen here, because the minute you decide to arm yourself with the kind of knowledge that heaven itself stands behind, something shifts. Something breaks through that invisible ceiling hanging over your healing. I ain't done talking. I ain't done mending. This here's just the beginning. Let me take you a little deeper. I know you've looked back on your past and wondered why it took so dang long, why the heal didn't come quicker, why that breakthrough you prayed for 5 years ago still ain't fully shown up. I know you've wrestled with that in the quiet of your heart, and sometimes doubt sneaks in, making you wonder if maybe you messed up, or if you weren't faithful enough, or if maybe God was punishing you for some old mistake. Let me free you from that lie right now. He ain't never punishing you. That weight, it ain't denial. Every single day between your prayer and this moment was filled with purpose you couldn't see from where you stood. God was setting things up in the spiritual realm. He was taking folks out of your life who'd poison your next chapter. He was building your immune system in ways no test can measure. He was rewiring your resilience so when that healing came, it'd hold strong, not just a quick fix that fades away after a spell. This is a permanent restoration, one that changes the whole course of your health from this night forward. Every closed door was His protecting. Every delayed answer was His perfect timing. He wasn't ignoring you. He was working a miracle that needed just the right moment. And tonight is that moment. A surgeon don't rush on something delicate. And what God's doing inside your body right now is the most delicate and powerful work He's ever done in your life. Now lean in closer, because I want to paint a picture for you. I want you to see with your spirit's eye what God's releasing over your body tonight. That place of pain you've grown so used to, you almost forgot what living without it feels like. He's touching it right now, sending His healing light into every nerve ending, every cell, every muscle fiber that's been crying out for relief. Imagine a warm glow spreading from the center of your chest, like liquid gold flowing through your veins. It's reaching your head, melting tension, quieting the noise, calming the pressure that's made clear thinking so hard. It flows down your spine, realigning what's been out of place, restoring what's been squished, releasing muscles locked tight in spasm for months. It's pouring into your stomach, your guts, your liver, your kidneys, soothing inflammation, balancing your body's chemistry, kick-starting the parts that have been slow or worn out. It's moving down to your legs, knees, ankles, feet, strengthening bones, refreshing joints, easing the stiffness that made every step a battle with your own body. And it's entering your blood. Your blood's getting purified right now. Every toxin, everything that showed up on those reports and caused worry, God's taking it on tonight. By the time that sun rises tomorrow morning, you'll feel different, lighter, cleaner. like your body remembered exactly how it's supposed to feel all along. This ain't just a feel-good story. This ain't wishful thinking. This is a decree from the throne of the living God, spoken over your life by the same voice that called the whole universe into being. When he says you're healed, creation itself rearranges to make it so. I want to speak to your mind too, because your body and your mind are tied together in ways you're just starting to understand. That anxiety sitting heavy on your chest so long it's almost feeling normal? God's uprooting it tonight. The fear of what's coming, the fear your health's gonna get worse, the fear you'll be a burden, the fear your best days are behind you. He's taken down every single one of those fears right now. They ain't yours. They were planted there by an enemy who knows fear weakens your immune system, messes with your sleep, floods your body with chemicals that speed up sickness. He wasn't just attacking your body. He used your own mind against your healing. But tonight, God's severing that connection. He's building a firewall between your thoughts and the lies feeding your illness. From this moment on, when a fearful thought tries to sneak in, it'll hit a wall of God's presence and won't get through. You'll see it in the days ahead. Worrisome thoughts that used to spin out of control will just stop. Worries that kept you up at night will lose their power. And in their place, you'll find a peace that don't make sense given what you're going through. But it's real. That's God's peace. The peace he leaves with you. The peace the world can't give and the world sure can't take away. Now I gotta tell you something that'll speed up everything God's doing in your body tonight. There's a reason this healing is happening now, and not before. You've reached a point in your spiritual walk where you're ready not just for the miracle, but for the understanding behind it. For too long the enemies worked in secret, using weapons you didn't know about against a body you didn't know how to protect spiritually. The digital book, The 7 Swords of St. Michael the Archangel, was made to end that ignorance for good. Inside you'll learn how each of those 7 swords targets a specific spiritual bondage, including the kind that shows up as physical sickness. You'll learn how to activate these swords every day so what God's healing tonight stays healed, so the enemy can't come back and rebuild what's been torn down. The link's in the first pinned comment at the top. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, that urgency you feel right now might fade, and the enemy will use that to tell you it was just emotion. It wasn't emotion, it was revelation. Download it now, comment I am chosen, and I'll send you that book. Let heaven hear your declaration and let Michael seal it with his blade. Now feel the shift as God keeps moving through your body, because he ain't finished. Not by a long shot. I want to talk to that deep exhaustion, the kind that sleep just ain't fixing. You wake up tired, push through the day on grit, caffeine, and the weight of folks counting on you. And by night, your body feels like it ran a marathon when all you did was survive another day. That weariness has a source, and it ain't just physical. You've been fighting a war you didn't even know was going on. Your spirit's been battling every single night while your body tried to rest. That's why you wake up drained. That's why sleep hasn't been restoring. Your spirit's been fighting in the heavenlies while your body lay still, and that unseen fight's been taking a toll for years. But tonight, Michael's taken over watch. God's stationing him right at the foot of your bed, and he's commanding every attack aimed at your rest to be stopped before it reaches you. Tonight you'll sleep different. You'll sleep deep. You'll sleep like you ain't in months, or maybe years. And when you wake up tomorrow, you'll know something changed, because your body'll feel like it's been plugged into a power source that don't run dry. That power source is God himself. Now let me remind you who you are, because that sickness tried to make you forget. You ain't just a patient, you ain't just a diagnosis, you ain't just a bunch of symptoms held together by meds and hope. You are a child of the Most High God. Now listen here, you're royalty in a kingdom that don't end. You're heir to promises sealed in blood, my blood, shed so that by my wounds you'd be healed. That ain't no poem, no sir. It's a legal contract signed in heaven's own courts and ratified by my resurrection. When I rose from that grave, I didn't just beat death, I beat every sickness, every weakness, every gene that tried to claim control over a body that belongs to me. Your body? It belongs to me. I paid a price the whole universe can't reckon with, and I don't let what's mine stay broken. I restore, I renew, I resurrect. That's who I am, and tonight, that's exactly what I'm doing in you. Now close your eyes for just a spell, and see through my eyes what I see in your future. Not the future you've been scared of, but the one I planned for you. I see you 6 months from now, waking up pain-free. I see the surprise on your face that first morning. You sleep through the night without a single ache. I see you standing in your kitchen fixing breakfast, then just stopping because that heavy burden you've carried so long, it's just gone. I see you laughing, real laughing, the kind of joy that wells up when your body's free and your spirit's light. I see you back at the doc's office, watching the confusion spread across their face, because the numbers don't match their expectations. I see the reports coming back different, markers dropping, scans showing health where there was sickness, order where there was chaos, life where there was decline. I see you calling someone you love, tears rolling down, telling them God did something you just can't explain. I see you testifying, becoming a living testimony that makes folks believe miracles still happen. And I see your strength coming back, not just enough to get by, but enough to thrive, enough to chase those dreams you put on hold because your body wouldn't cooperate, enough to run round with your children or grandchildren without stopping every few minutes, enough to build, create, travel, serve, and live the life I always meant for you. That ain't no fantasy. That's a blueprint I drew with my own hand, and tonight I'm laying the foundation. Now, before this night's done, I want you to take one more step. The step that separates those who just get temporary relief from those who walk in freedom for good. That digital book, The 7 Swords of St. Michael the Archangel, ain't just some reading material. It's a weapon, a manual for the fight that's been waged against your body and bloodline. Inside you'll find prayers, declarations, and spiritual strategies that line up with what Michael's doing over your life right now. You'll learn how to guard your healing, so when the enemy comes back trying to test if those chains are really broken, he finds a warrior instead of a victim. The link's in the first pinned comment. Go on now. Download it. Then comment, "I am chosen, and I will download the digital book." Don't let this moment slip by without arming yourself. I didn't bring you this far to leave you standing unprepared. Now hear me as I seal what's been spoken tonight. I'm the God who heals you. That ain't just something I do, that's who I am. Healing's in my nature, like heat's in fire. I can't be near you without healing flowing toward you. And tonight, I've been as close to you as ever. Every word you heard carried my breath. Every pause filled with my spirit